What is it you want, Barry? What do you want? You want the moon? Just say the word and I'll throw a lasso around it and pull it down.
The sensitive high school quarterback who became commander-in-chief of his own army. He would later say of the war, it was awesome, but also, it wasn't.
What's the deal with bananas? I mean, they got orange juice, you got apple juice. Where's the banana juice?
I never thought of that.
If you did 20% of the work and got 80% of the results, wouldn't you do it? Well, Stephanie Miller wrote the book on it, How to Save the Planet the 80-20 Way. Let's hear some tips on how to save the planet right now on The Al Travis Show.
And I love having her on the program. Stephanie Miller, The 80-20 Way. I've got a copy of the book, Zero Waste Living, The 80-20 Way, The Busy Person's Guide to a Lighter Footprint. That's how we got to be friends. Thanks for ruining my life. Appreciate it.
Sorry.
Appreciate you.
No,
you're not.
Sorry, not sorry.
Yeah, I don't think you were. So thought about you again this week. I'm on my, I guess it'd be 3 weeks of being a health nut. So I think I've got it down, but I have a few questions if we can.
Yeah.
The cleaning of the vegetables.
Yeah.
So I'm eating a lot of salads. I don't like most salad. I like the iceberg lettuce. It's about the only thing I can really care to put in my mouth.
Okay.
So you get the head of lettuce.
Yeah.
And you got to clean it. Well, you got to clean the head. You got to clean that because you don't know what kind of pesticides they sprayed on that bad boy when it was growing up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So then the question is, I got that, hun. Great. Thank you. She goes off to work, and now I got a head of lettuce I got to clean.
Right.
You're going to be mad at me because it's the easy way, and that's never the right way, but I didn't know how hard to clean the lettuce. Okay. Is it a gentle washing of the pesticides off? Is it a bit of you got to get your hands on there? Like, is it grab that little yellow and green spongy thing and clean that leaf off? I did not know how much cleaning needed to be done. Is there a standard on the washing of the vegetable?
Oh my gosh.
Because here's what I did, and this is where you're going to hate me. Because I didn't know, and I tried it, and if you try too hard on a lettuce leaf, it will just disintegrate. You're killing yourself. Lesson learned. I'm just trying to help. Don't laugh at me. I'm trying. Here's what I end up doing. I take the outer leaf off and throw it away. You're going to hate that because that's going to go getting all messed up in the garbage and creating CO2s. I know it, but at least I know I'm not eating the stuff with the crap on it. You know what I'm saying? So I took the outer leaves off, and I thought of you, and I'm thinking she's going to hate me for this, but I didn't know what else to do. What's the answer?
Okay, so first of all, I really appreciate that you think of me as being an expert on this. I'm a zero waste sustainability gal.
And I threw vegetables in the garbage. You know that. I did that.
No, so I'm flattered that you think I'm an expert on this, and I'm going to, after the show, look up what's the best way to get pesticide off of lettuce, because I just don't know the answer, but I can tell you what I do.
Okay.
And you'll be perhaps happy and surprised to learn I do something almost exactly like you do. So, but okay. So I want to first say I try super hard to buy organic lettuce. I don't buy organic everything, but I do try to buy some things organic because there's some things that tend to accumulate more pesticides if they're used than other
Quick time
things.
out. Would you agree the iceberg lettuce is really the only lettuce? The other lettuce is like spinach wannabes, and it's nasty, right?
I don't agree with that, but I don't want to sound like a snob, but in my earlier, less mature palate, sorry, Al, I was an iceberg lettuce gal, and I've evolved.
Well, I'm 3 weeks in. Okay, give me a little. Okay.
Yeah. So I'm thinking maybe 3 years in, you're gonna like the red lettuce, but
really
that we're 3 years out from there. So anyway, or that's fine. You're getting fresh.
Immature palate. Did you just call me that? Really on the air? You just said I had an image. Okay, fair. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I didn't say you had an immature palate. I said I had an immature palate at the time when I liked iceberg lettuce. And that was the only lettuce that I would eat. And you remind me a little of myself from those immature palate days. Okay. Moving on, whether it's iceberg or red lettuce or whatever, it's fresh, it's great. If you can afford and you have available organic, that's a great option. But whether it's organic or not, I really like, I'm going to look it up afterwards, but I really like your MO of taking the outer leaves off. And honestly, I almost always do that too. I compost them, right?
Oh, okay.
But I take the outer leaves off because usually they're kind of yucky anyway.
Yeah.
Like even if it's organic, right? So it's different than your concern, but they're usually, they've been on the shelves and they're kind of dark and
Yeah.
mangled and broken. And so I usually take those top
Okay.
2 or 3 off.
Okay.
I'm sure
Okay.
there's some
Oh.
sustainability folks out there that are going to hate me for that. But I compost it. I put it in my
Okay.
compost with my food scraps, and that's the end of it. And then I wash each leaf individually, but I use the light shower setting on the kitchen sink. You know what I mean?
Yeah. The sprayer thingy.
Yeah. And I spray it, and that's all I do.
Okay, well, there's a bigger problem because maybe you've seen this commercial. There's some blonde gal, and she's like the huckster for food, but she shows like broccoli or cauliflower, and she'll run it underwater. And she also does like apples, and it shows how the water cascades off because of all the chemicals they put on there.
Right.
So her thing is spray her chemicals on top of that, and it gets rid of the other chemicals. And I'm thinking to myself, doesn't that just add different chemicals or more chemicals? What do you do with them apples and the broccolis that have
Yeah.
residues on them?
There are, I think, really easy natural methods for things like that.
But you're going to go back to the homegrown stuff is what you should use, so it doesn't have that on there.
I think it's either baking soda and water or vinegar and water. I can
Whatever,
never
okay.
remember which one, because for the things I'm really worried about, I try super hard to buy organic so I don't need to do exactly what you're talking about. So I'm going to look it up and I'll tell you what I find, but you don't need your own chemical spray. You need probably to do a better job than I normally do on getting those chemicals off. And I will just tell you, every vegetable, every fruit is different. This I know.
Okay.
There's a great organization called EWG, Environmental Working Group, that they're a great nonprofit that all the time they update their research on what are the clean 12 and the dirty 15 or the dirty dozen.
Okay.
And they tell you the top vegetables that you don't need to worry about too much.
Okay.
They don't have to be organic. They're just not affected that much. And the ones where you do need to worry. And so I'll send you that too. And we can talk about it next time.
Sure. And didn't you have somebody on? Can you eat it or not, or eat it or throw it? That
eat or
I
toss.
love eat or toss. I love that gal. Maybe she has an idea on whether to do this. The other option is
We
to
can
give up
ask her.
Yeah.
I'm
The
sure
other
she
option,
knows.
we could give up vegetables, and then I don't have that worry about that. And I'm really this close because it's not been enjoyable.
Al, I am so happy to hear you are having vegetable dilemmas.
Never thought I would.
These are good problems to have. Can I tell you some zero wastey things around veggies that would also save you time?
Sure, and then remind me about my waste, but go ahead.
Your waste. Okay.
Because I gave up the pop. Let's do it real quick, then we're going to do vegetables. I gave up the pop. I'm a little over 3 weeks into this, have not had a Diet Mountain Dew for that long.
Okay.
And I don't even know if I need the trash guy the recycle guy to come next week. I still got room in the recycle bin. So
Wow.
yeah, I thought you'd be happy with that. I haven't touched it.
So happy.
Thank you.
So happy.
So
I'm so
no,
happy
you are.
for
I'm
you. I'm mostly happy for you and your health. We need Al Travis around for a long time. And I'm also happy for the planet. Sure, it's a double win.
Yeah, not the caffeine. I don't know why people drink coffee. I'm doing it in the morning. I don't like the taste. I got to wait for it to cool down. No one likes hot stuff in the morning. And it's a complicated process, which Diet Mountain Dew satisfies instantly. I'm still not there, but it's been 3 weeks. Anyway, you were talking about vegetable discarding that would make people happy. What?
Yeah. You want me to do that now?
Yes, I've done rattling. I'm sorry. Oh, no, I don't want you to know. Look what time it is. We'll be back. And right after this, we'll talk about, what are we going to talk about, Stephanie? I interrupted.
Vegetable storage.
I love that. Vegetable
And
storage.
maybe Valentine's Day.
Boy, that's coming up. Yeah, that's before we get back. We'll talk Valentine's Day, too, after this.
At LGH Wealth Management, our mission is to create financial empowerment through independent, personalized, and authentic financial planning. That means meeting you where you are and helping you get where you want to go. Whether you're a business owner planning for growth, succession, or a future sale, or a hardworking individual looking to get ahead, reduce stress, and tackle life's financial challenges, we're here to help. From retirement planning and investment management to tax-efficient strategies, estate planning, and risk management, LGH Wealth delivers comprehensive guidance you can trust. Call LGH Wealth Management today at 507-525-7324. That's 507-525-7324. Securities offered through JW Cole Financial Incorporated, JWC, member FINRA SIPC. Advisory services offered through JW Cole Advisors Incorporated, JWCA. Lubeck Geisler Ham Wealth Management Incorporated and JWC JWCA are unaffiliated entities.
It's nice to know a guy that knows a guy. Al Travis.
Want to save the planet? We know the person. It's Stephanie Miller, the Zero Waste Living, the 80-20 way. When we went to the break, we were talking about vegetables and how to store them and save them and make them good. I'll make them good. You have to put a lot of cheese on them. That's the only way I find. Anyway, your thoughts, Stephanie? Is that what you're talking about, getting extra cheese?
I'm allergic to cheese, so you're talking to the wrong person about cheese. But listen, during the break, I looked up the Dirty Dozen and the Clean 15 from that organization, EWG, that I mentioned, and I'll just name a couple just to give you a sense. Top 3 on Dirty Dozen, things where they find a lot of pesticides generally, unless they're organic. Number 1, spinach. Number 2, strawberries. Number 3, your favorite, kale, collards, and greens.
No one should eat that anyway unless you're
And then
a
the
fish.
Clean 15, just to give you a sense, number 1 is pineapple, number 2 is sweet corn, number 3 is avocado. So you don't have to worry about those so much. Okay, so I just want to say, I don't know if you do this, but this is like a zero waste thing, but it's also just a practical thing that saves you time later when you don't feel like making the salad that you should make with that lettuce that you bought, the iceberg lettuce in your case.
The good
So
stuff.
I wash the lettuce I buy as I'm unpacking the groceries. I unpack the groceries. I don't put the lettuce in the fridge in the crisper drawer until I've washed it. I lay out the leaves. They're still a little bit damp on a kitchen towel. I lay them out as flat as I can, and then I roll the kitchen towel up and I put that roll in the crisper drawer, and it keeps the lettuce fresher longer, I find. And when it's time to make the salad, which you don't even want to have, so you don't want to have to go to all the effort, you've already got the hardest part out of the way, which is
Interesting.
washing the lettuce right when you're taking it out of the grocery bag. Anyway, that's one little tip. And then I'll just give one or two more because I
No,
can't
go ahead.
myself. Every vegetable is different, so you got to kind of look up what's the best way to store it for longevity. When longevity, I don't mean weeks. I mean, so you get a few more days out of it. A cool way to store carrots, and I just learned radishes, we put both in our salads, is in cold water in the fridge.
Oh.
Submerge them in cold water in the
Okay.
fridge. So same thing, when I get the carrots from the grocery store, take it out of the bag, I peel them right away. If you don't want to peel them, that's okay. But basically wash them and then put them in some kind of container, submerge them in water in the fridge. It can be a jar, a glass jar, it can be a
All right.
Pyrex,
That makes
whatever
sense.
container, and radishes, same thing. They stay fresh for so long. It's great. And again, if you do the peeling right away, one less
That
step
job's
to
done.
make your salad that you're dreading eating anyway.
That makes some sense. In this whole vegetable thing, I just saw that maybe there's some room here, something new you and I came up with. So, like you
I
get a
love
good,
when we come up with something new, Al.
you get up like a piece of meat and you want to, let it sit in like a soy sauce or something like that in the fridge for a while, let it marinate.
Yeah.
And it makes the meat that much better, that much more tender and all that. Would that work for like broccoli? If I marinated broccoli in cheese, would it then get into the broccoli and make it taste good? Or is it just, is there something, I wonder if vegetables would take that in. You could get into the marinated sauce business and make vegetables palatable. This could be huge for everybody.
Yeah, I don't know about marinating vegetables for a super long time the way you would meat, because
You
marinating
just put carrots in waters for days. What if that wasn't water but like soy sauce? And then when you
I just
grill
don't
it,
know that it would be great for the texture of the vegetable the way it's great for meat. I mean, meat's got all that fat and flesh that you want to break down, and it's so yummy when you use a marinade. Don't know that that translates into veggies. But by the way, during the break, I also looked up how to wash stuff. Sorry.
you're so busy during breaks. I'm waiting for the break to get over, and you're like working. Go give it to me.
I worked hard this one. So I was right. You can use some solution of baking soda and water, or vinegar and water, to wash a lot of the produce that you worry about. So I looked up for fruit, 2 teaspoons of baking soda for a quart of water. Soak it for 30 seconds, the fruit, and that should do a lot to help with the pesticides.
Right. Look what you worked for me so well. That was so nice of you to do, because I'm like, I had no idea. Okay, so that's all good. And then it's you're not going to like me on this. So it's managing the amount of vegetables you can eat so you have less to throw away, right? I know iceberg lettuce, I can see what I want. But I'm going to be quite frank, when it comes to cauliflower, which is just
I
white
don't like
broccoli.
cauliflower.
It's
Just
white
don't
broccoli.
buy it.
Yeah,
Sorry.
thank you. No, thank you. My wife should listen to this program. But you take some, I'm hungry, and then you eat one and you're like, I can't eat anymore. I've thrown a lot away trying to figure out my what I can handle. You know what I'm saying? And I'm learning. I'll get better as we go.
Quickly learn fast.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
some of you can put all
broccoli.
those sauce. Yeah.
I like broccoli.
Oh, the amount of cheese you got to put on is no longer a health food. It has to be buried in every nook and cranny so you never get the taste of the broccoli.
There are some great broccoli sauces that don't involve cheese that actually make it super yummy. Brussels sprouts, I know you don't like, right? I
don't know how
a
anyone ever
great
ate one of
Brussels
those to
sprout
start with.
recipe. I'm going to send you a couple recipes out.
Yeah. Thank you. I appreciate it. And if anybody has any others, let me know. But it's just, you're not going to win this fight. I'm trying. It's 3 weeks in. I'm trying, I swear. But most every vegetable has to have something done to it to make it palatable. Ranch dressing, this is back to the soaking it. If I could soak most of this in ranch dressing and get it inside the fibers of the vegetable, I think I could get somewhere. And I think the ranch dressing people would like me for doing that if I could figure out a way.
How about
That's
just pouring it over the thing instead of soaking it in
Well,
it?
because you'll find places that didn't get some, and then you're eating the broccoli, and then that's the nasty part. That's what I mean. It has to be all encompassing,
We
or it
got a
doesn't
lot
work.
of work to do.
I know, but you're doing well. Thank you for being on the program, Stephanie. We'll
We
talk
didn't talk
Valentine's.
about Valentine's
We got
Day.
next week. We'll do Valentine's Day. Okay, next time.
Okay.
All right. Appreciate you being here. Stephanie Miller,
course.
the 80-20
Good luck.
way.
Good luck with
Thank
those
you.
veggies.
Thanks.
You need a friend at the Capitol.